Alright, chef, we're adding a new item to the menu today. It's called Fourgras, Trois et Lunch. Hand, chef! Yes, chef. Sorry, chef. First thing you gotta do, chef, you gotta grab a jar of smooth peanut butter. And I'm begging you, chef, do not get crunchy. I know that's what you're used to doing, but we're trying something new. Yes, chef. Noted, chef. Alright, then you take your spoon, not your fingers. You put it into the jar, get a nice glob. Hands! What you do, you delicately take the spoon of peanut butter and put it right in your mouth. This is a simple dish and a great source of protein when done correctly. Right. Now you try it, chef. Yes, chef! Chef, what did I just say about the crunchy peanut butter? I'm here trying to change things, but in my neighborhood, we use crunchy peanut butter. You know what? Forget it.
And all I've got to offer is sensitivity, intelligence, and charm.
This is a video about The Bear and some thoughts I have about season 2 specifically of The Bear. If you don't know what The Bear is, it is a show on FX about a young star chef named Carmen who returns home to Chicago to take over management of his late brother's sandwich shop. Carmen, or Carmy, frequently butts heads with the longtime staff of the sandwich shop called The Original Beef over kind of their differences in terms of, you know, Carmy's experience in 5-star restaurants and that sort of kitchen environment versus this very kind of grungy local Chicago establishment. All while grappling with the grief of the loss of his brother, complicated family dynamics, his torn relationship with his mother.
I'm happy to be here. Okay? I am. Mom, I'm really happy to see you. Hey, really. Okay? Okay. Okay. It's okay.
I worked all day for them. I worked all day.
I know. Everybody really appreciates it, too.
It's just fucking hard.
What's hard? What's hard, Mom? What is it?
I make things beautiful for them. And no one makes things beautiful for me.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna sit down now. Why don't you give me your hand? We'll go sit.
No,
Go sit.
okay.
Come on, Mom. Come on.
I'll go in a minute.
All right, well, I'll just wait. I'll
Okay,
wait for you.
Michael. I'll be there in a minute. I said go.
Okay.
I said...
Are you good?
Go. I'm good. Go. Go sit.
I'll just wait with you. I'll wait.
Why are you treating me like a child?
I'm not treating you like a child, Mom. I'm not.
Do we have a problem?
Do we have a problem?
Do we have a problem? Carmen, Anthony, Rosanna. Do we have a problem?
No.
Etc. It's a good show, but I have some qualms that I'm actually gonna be talking about. That's like the whole reason I made the video. Oh, and I guess I should mention, because I usually do, The Bear began out air. Season 1 of The Bear came out in June of 2022, and the most recent season came out spring of this year. And the show was created by Christopher Storer, who actually also worked on a couple Bo Burnham specials, as well as Bo Burnham's 8th Grade. And now that I know that, the whole style of The Bear just made a whole lot more sense just now when I looked that up and realized that it's the same guy who has worked on all the Bo Burnham stuff. Anyway. So season 1 of The Bear is all about kind of that initial homecoming that Carmine has. Carmen has. It's very community focused. He's coming back into this community that he was a part of, but has been away from for quite a while. A community that he ostensibly ran away from. This community focus is so strong that even in the very first episode, they solve their problem by the end of the 30 minutes by hosting a video game competition, which I would say is pretty intrinsically community related. Carmi gets people into the restaurant by using the community surrounding this video game cabinet that they have. Throughout the season, it's shown that they have a pretty loyal local customer base that's coming in for lunch rushes to grab their sandwich, get back to work. This local customer base is shown as being very blue collar and very, local, very, not to beat a dead horse, but community centric. In fact, there's even an instance in the first season where an act of gun violence happens right outside of the restaurant. Did I mention the restaurant's called The Original Beef? Anyway, there's an episode in the first season where some gang violence breaks out in front of the sandwich shop.
And they all just look out at this chick with no face, and it's just.
And while family friend Richie wants to go out there with his own gun and settle things that way, the new hire Sydney has a different idea and comes out and feeds everyone outside with free food, basically saying you can come here, you can have these free sandwiches as long as you promise that this kind of violence out here never happens again, and you're not going to bother our customers. And kind of the moral of the episode is that works. Working with the surrounding community is what works. The ultimate goal of season 1 was to kind of clean up the restaurant and streamline the food prep process. The restaurant sandwich shop, and that's presented to us in season 1, is such a mess and it really does need that cleaning up. There's a whole thing where they get a C rating for their health inspection. Longtime staff in this season, particularly, again, family friend Richie, are presented as wrong and stubborn for wanting things to kind of stay the way they are. But in this first season, that makes sense, that sort of positioning of these veteran staff members, because the restaurant does need to change. It's crumbling. Like I said, it's a mess. The restaurant is also in a lot of debt. Carmi's deceased brother, Mikey, had been borrowing a ton of money and had never paid it back. And season 1 ends with Carmi and with the staff of The Original Beef finding all of this money that Mikey had hidden in spaghetti jars in the restaurant for Carmen to find.
You can finally get a new CD for your car. You finally get a license. You can finally get a new car.
This pasta money that they found could have been used to pay off their debt, clean things up, and provide more community events and free food opportunities. But nah. Instead, they used the money to change the original beef, a local low-cost staple of the community, into the Bear, a Michelin star, high-end, fine dining experience. This transformation, which, spoilers, does happen by the end of season 2, makes it so the restaurant is no longer accessible to the community, which was seemingly so important in season 1. Sorry, my cat, Loki, just knocked over the box that I keep my microphone in. And once again, while many of the older staff members do accept this change, the ones that resist are presented as unreasonable and way too stubborn.
Hey, forks.
No, I'm Richard.
Okay. I'm Garrett, backway staff. Your forks. Change your shirt.
And I feel like this is such a good distilled example of American small business brain rot. This pervasive idea that in order to be a successful business owner, there needs to be endless growth. It's not good enough to just be a local sandwich shop. It is this very American capitalist mindset. By not wanting to grow from an affordable spot for locals to a fine dining experience, people like Richie are perceived as stuck in the past and scared of progress. All of this just seems so antithetical to what season 1 was, which was all about coming together as a community and providing food and experiences and making that existing area a better place for everyone in an affordable way. Season 1 establishes all the wonderful things that the original beef can do for the community. Yes, it needs to be cleaned up and have stronger management, but as a concept, it has its place and fills a niche. In season 2, we throw all of that out the window. The goal is no longer serving the community, but, well, money.
Me money! Me beautiful money!
And being taken seriously in the bloated world of fine dining. Imagine for a second how mad you'd be if your regular lunch spot one day just turned into this fine dining restaurant you'll never be able to afford. In season 2, Carmen and Sydney are the gentrifiers. And the show kind of dances around that in a way that makes it seem aspirational. Yes, they'll show us shots of shut down local establishments that are being priced out of the neighborhood, but they never really make a strong commentary about it. We should just root for the Bear. And I guess my point with all of this is sometimes being someone's favorite sandwich shop is enough. Sometimes you've grown enough. Contentedness is not a mortal sin. Anyway, go watch The Bear, I guess. Hi, welcome to my channel. Back to a little bit more of a classic Ellen video this month. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more videos like this, you can click the subscribe button, or if you want to help me please the algorithm, you can like the video or leave a comment. Let me know how you really feel. If you'd like to support the channel, links to my Patreon and merch are down in the link tree below. I really appreciate anyone who decides to become a patron. Even just the smallest amount makes a huge difference and makes me feel a little bit less silly for doing this every month. If you didn't like this video, get your head out of your ass, Richie. Bye.